Welcome into today's 820 episode. Another dispatch or installment or a new conversation about this thing I keep harping on called resilience. I never provide you with an answer or the answer to what this thing, resilience, is about. Instead, I often come to you with more questions, particularly the main driving question about literally what drives you. What drives you to express, become more aware of, to expose, express, uncover, discover, and recover this quality that we all have from birth, but that many of us have forgotten or have neglected to look into. Now, I say that because these things, this introspective work, this inside look, this not self-deprecation, not self-analysis, but at least taking an observation of what's inside of us, not what we have learned, where we went to school, how much money we have in our bank or lack thereof. Many of us choose to delay or ignore that part of the work for us being here, the work for the need and the desire, the design for us being here for our unique purposes, our unique messages, our very unique voices, our unique emergence into this world at birth, since birth, and even right now today. It sometimes feels silly or elementary or just plain stupid to take time to look into who we are, to ask those questions of ourselves, why we do what we do. Not become that self-analytical and self-paralyzed, is that a word? Paralyzed. The self-paralyzed look inside to look at our navel and say, hey, that's a nice navel I got. No, I'm asking myself and you to consider taking that task on, to look inside, and not to look inside the mirror or in the window or look at your navel or your hands. No, seriously, take a step back, and even as simple as it sounds, to write down, as I have outlined in the book, part of those models. One column. What do I like doing? What do I enjoy doing? That's one column. Could be a lot of stuff there. And then the second column would be, what do I do well? Good thing to have a list of things that are of interest to you, that titillate you, that excite you, probably temporarily, in that first column of stuff. What do I enjoy doing? But the second column should be more refined, shorter, meaning in answering the question to yourself, what do I do well? And then that good old back in school or in the Sunday comics, now the mix and match exercise. From column A of what do I enjoy doing, column B, what do I do well, there should be some things that appear twice in those lists, across those two lists. And what I'm saying to you, not that I have any PhD level expertise or insight or therapy level analyses. At least this simple exercise, those two lists, when you cross-reference them to generate the third list, that should start pointing you, not as answers, but as indicators. As I said before, signposts, suggestions, maybe written whispers about what it is you're brought here to do. Not what someone tells you you should do in high school, what you should do at your job, No, you taking that introspective look, writing it down, and now you can see, no one gave me this. This comes from not necessarily just from me. What has inspired me to be able to even come up with this list or explanation or description of what might be pointing me towards my purpose, my message, and even maybe, as simple as it sounds, your voice. Like I said, this is no rocket science here or nothing that has not been discussed before by Freud or famous therapist or psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm sure it's been said before and probably written in tomes and in volumes about this analysis. There must be a better word for that, not analysis. Maybe just, in my words, an observation. Because if you can remember, if you can consider, in my book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, the core model for resilience is observation and communication. Two separate yet connected and simple models that have many layers to them to break down how I can justify what constitutes observation, what constitutes communication. But as I have said before, I'm trying to take this nebulous term called resilience and put some structure around it, give you my rendition of models that can be helpful, but as Mr. George Bach said, all models are wrong, but some may be useful. I only hope in this discussion and in the other 820 episodes that something in reference to the book, to other podcast episodes, to other dispatches or discussions that I've shared with you from me or with interviews, that something in there helps you along your own path. There's no prescribed or specified path for you. That's between you and your creator. I'm offering you glimpses or viewpoints or scenic high points on my journey with ups and lows, ebbs and flows, failures and lessons, but always one key component that I want to leave you with today. No matter what happens, no matter what excitement, what depression event, or what trauma happens for you, our only duty is to push forward. Not just because it's fun to do, it will be, but also we're here to produce from our presence, to produce from our beauty. I think it's worthwhile for you to take the time, as I kind of summarize today shortly and succinctly and simply, take the time to determine, at least today, this moment, what is your purpose, your message, and what will you meet with for yourself, with your creator, and with those you will meet on your path today. Stay present, stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it is always 820.